Okay, so did the community forget about Moon Girl? So I came across this tweet, and Devil Dinosaur, he's getting his first legendary skin. So I guess that's the trend now for the newer characters. They get a legendary the next season. Someone said, it's kind of funny how everyone forgot about Moon Girl. That kind of had me shook. For context, Devil Dinosaur was created by Jack Kirby himself. This was in April of 1978, where he had his first comic book. He was teamed up with a cave boy called Moon Boy. Then, after that, he never had a consistent series following the cancellation of that series in 1978, which extended his downtime being a headlining character for 37 years. Okay, fast forward to 2015, Moon Girl made her debut with Devil Dinosaur in Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Fast forward a bit more, the Disney show Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, where it was 2 seasons. I believe it won 2 awards, but it did get canceled due to low viewership. However, this still exists. So it's not preposterous that people want to know what's going on with Moon Girl, and of course we know she's in Alchemax after being captured. Obviously they can't have her on the battlefield because she is a young girl, a little girl. I think in the game she's what, like 8 years old, 9 years old. She's even younger than her show counterpart. Many people were upset at the developers for going down this route because they could have either aged her up like they did Penny Parker, or they could have pulled from one of her many variants. She also has appeared in different comics where she is of age, right? So people are still mad at the developers about that. And then something a light bulb kind of hit, because I do fuck with Moon Girl. I think it's a positive thing for representation. A young black girl who is officially the smartest person canonically in the Marvel universe. Smarter than Reed, smarter than everybody. The only reason why she's not included in those conversations is recency bias and her visibility, because she's more of an obscure character. She just had her limelight. Her show got canceled, so that was kind of the last we've seen from her on like a major platform. She's been in like those mobile games and things like that. People want to know what is going on with Moon Girl. We were even told by our community, community leaker, community engagement, Miller Ross, on Twitter. Many people asked, they said, well, why doesn't Lunella, which is just Moon Girl's name, why doesn't Lunella appear in the MVP, emotes? Like, what's going on? We hear her voice. She's obviously involved in Devil Dinosaur's kid, and she does all the speech lines, so why aren't we seeing anything? And he said, Miller Ross, our community engagement leaker specialist, don't know the official title, contractor, he said she'll have some special treatment versus Penny when it's all said and done, at least in my opinion. But I hear you on the MVP intro front, and I think there's opportunity to do something fun. And then someone asked, they're like, all said and done, and he said when the season is concluded. So I hope when he said this, does that mean, is he alluding to the comics she's now being featured in? The rival comics that not a lot of people read, no shade. I'm curious to know, was he referring to this? The Infinity comic? So this is the one before the last one. There's a more recent one that dropped with Shuri on the cover, but for the video purposes, Moon Girl, Devil D. Is this what he's referring to? I'm rather curious to know kind of where they go, and if they do incorporate her. I know people may always say, no one asked for this, no one asked for that. And I want you all to know is, not everything is meant for you, and every niche character can have a small fan base, regardless if it's tens of thousands of people, 1,000 people. I'm joking. There are people that actually care and want to see this character. And people are also looking at NetEase sideways because of their skin distribution. People have been calling for Storm to get a skin, Black Panther. People have been calling for Hulk to get a skin, Blade. You know, he's kind of getting up there with the skins, but you know, Human Torch. So this has been an ongoing complaint. You know, then on the other hand, there are people just referring to only the black characters. They say, you know, Storm, Black Panther, and Blade haven't been receiving skins, and you know, here's another skin for Invisible Woman, here's another skin for Psylocke. I'm one of those people that would like to see Moon Girl in the game in like a Penny capacity. You know, I understand that there are laws where she can't be actually in the game, but it would be cool for her to receive that same treatment. I actually thought they were going to go down that road, but you know, there's still time. You know, we're only what, almost 2 years in. You know, the game can grow and change and things like that, but yeah. What do y'all think about this? Do you just not care? Are you one of those people that'll hop in the comments and say no one cares about this, or are you one of those people that have been blowing up Nettie's mentions? Well, let me know in the comments below.